Hey, what's up? This is John Singleton.
With Afion Crockett.
This is Lala Anthony.
Stephen Capo Jr.
You kicking it with Ty.
Yo, y'all already know who it is. Mr. OD Boy himself, Tyrone Blasting Game. And I was bored and I had nothing to do, so you know I had to call somebody to come kick it with me. And today, we got the multi-talented, the reason why this show is on cable TV, why the show will be running as well as it runs. Let's give it up for Venus Andaya. How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm good, man. So, you're multi-talented. You have a lot of things going on. So, tell the people what you do. Introduce yourself.
Okay, well, Venus Andaya, as you said. Actress, I'm a photographer, producer of the show, apparently. Also wanted to add that now I'm a vlogger. I do have a show coming up. We're gonna talk about that later. I don't know. I don't know. It's so weird talking about your stuff. So, but yeah.
I mean, man, that's a lot of things. You got a lot of good things going on for yourself right now, man. So let's just jump right into it, man. What made you become an actress?
Oh wow, that's such a long story. So, I'll say that I guess it's kind of like I know it was never one of those things where you knew when ever since you was younger that you wanted to be an actress. That was never me. But now looking back, like there were certain times where I'm like where there were like clues in my life where it kind of led to that, right? I'll say that what made me become an actress was probably around a few years ago. I was just trying out new things. I was just kind of like on a path of like self-discovery, just taking like different classes and stuff. And one of them was acting, and I liked it. I took a class at Playhouse West that Ronnie Baker, shout out to Ronnie Baker, told me about. So I took the class. I liked it. Didn't take it serious. Took the class for like a few months. Kind of like was on ice about it, but it still was lingering in my mind. And then I don't know, just one day I was kind of like going through something, and I felt like I just needed like an outlet to take it out, and that was what I thought about was acting. So then I just kind of met you guys at the Dave and Buster's. Like there was a networking event at Dave and Buster's for all actors. So that's where I met you and everybody else in the crew. And I think from there, that's when I seen like there was a community for it. And I don't know. I think when I was on set, I was like, you know what, I can do this, because it was just kind of like a trial thing at first. But once I actually stepped in my first set, I was like, you know what, I like this. I think I can do it.
It's funny that you said that, because that was actually what I was about to ask you. Yeah. So when was that moment where you said, you know what, I can do this? Like, what set was that? Because you just said you was on set when you said that. So what set was that?
It was probably your set for the breakup, because I was on a breakup. That was actually kind of the first thing I did, but because I had two things. I had that was the first actual thing I did, and then after that I did a movie called The Free Ride. And then I think when I was just kind of sitting there in front of Ronnie, because I had me and Ronnie had a scene in the speed dating episode, the second episode of the breakup.
Make sure y'all check that out. I mean, is that Overly Dedicated Network? Make sure y'all check out the breakup.
Yeah, definitely.
Go ahead and continue.
Yeah, I think I was just kind of sitting there, and I think everybody's like you and everyone setting up, and I was like, I think I can do. I was nervous, but I was like, I think I can do this. I like this.
That's funny that you said that, because I didn't know that was your first time ever.
It was. Yeah,
it was. Such a good job.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. It was. I had like small little things back then, but it was like that was probably like kind of like the real thing that I've done, like first real thing I've done.
Okay, so speaking of acting and you being a female, what other females do you look up to in the industry?
In the like higher us, or like just like.
No, I mean whatever you consider who you look up to. Like it could be higher up, it could be lower.
Okay, well, I definitely love some like female actors like Angela Bassett, Charlize Theron. I love Taraji. I love my peers as well, because I look up to them as well, like Kaija, Janelle, Hall Reagan, Kaija and Thomas. Let me say it right, Kaija and Thomas, Janelle Hall Reagan. Definitely like people like who else? Ooh, it's a whole lot, but like I definitely love like just females. They definitely like empower me other like females like myself.
All right, well, shout out to Kaija, shout out to Nell. That's part of the crew, man.
Yeah.
Dope actresses. I'm sorry, and make sure y'all check them out too as well. Okay, so I want to say, like, what made you say, like, you could have did a lot of things, like, so me and you talked about this before. So we said you could have been anything in the world. What made you say, I want to be an actress?
Okay, so. Okay, so there, of course, there was a point in time where I didn't know what I wanted to like be. I didn't know what my purpose was in life. I was like really like constantly like trying to search for it, and like I had no idea what it was because I had so many things that I was good at, but I was like, what is my purpose in this world? And like I was never on that wave where I had to just be one thing. I was never like that. So I think one day, like, I sat down with myself and, like, I wrote down on, like, a book. And I just wrote down, like, all of my interests, all of my resources, what I was interested in, what I'm good at. I think I said all that. But, like, I would list everything down in a category where I could just have everything in front of me and see what it was. Even, like, different career paths that I've thought about pursuing. And then kind of all of them kind of led to acting because I had like in there that I was interested in fashion, I was interested in psychology, business, acting, and also I wrote in there whatever dream job that I wanted to have, what was the feeling that I wanted to have as well. Like I always wanted to get paid for just being me. I wanted to kind of be on my own time. I wanted to create things like that. And I felt like acting was just kind of like a multi-purpose thing because I could just be whoever I want to be. It's never the same thing every day. And that was one of the other things. I never wanted to be the same thing every day because I'm not like a routine person. And I don't know. And then with acting came with so many other things that brought about after that. Because it was like, it led to like, not even in front of the scenes, but behind the scenes. And I don't know. And then now it's like leading to like writing and things like that. So it's taking me to all these other routes that I wrote down that I wanted to explore.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Acting does do that. Like I said, I started my career as an actor, and then I started writing, then directing, then shooting, and now I'm hosting, and like it does. It's multi-purposeful, and it's you can do different areas.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it just broadens your horizons for some reason. I don't know.
For sure, no.
Yeah,
for sure.
like everybody that when I first started acting, like I came across so many different actors, and I'm like, how's their experience? And they say that all the time. They like to say the same exact thing. They're like, I never thought, I started acting. I never thought I would start writing or I'll start producing, directing. And it just like led them to like do all these things.
Hey, I feel like it all comes together at the end of the day.
Yeah,
it
does.
It does. Definitely come together at the end of the day. So, speaking of behind the scenes that you've been doing, you're a producer now.
Yeah, I am.
How did you get into producing? I know that it started from acting, but like, what made you want to even dive into the producing aspect of it?
I think because I was acting and I just I think while I was acting, I always kind of like paid attention to everybody behind the scenes, and I was always curious.
Yeah.
I was always curious just how things ran, and I think I asked you one day, like if you need help, hit me up or something like that. And I think I was just PA on a lot of your stuff, a lot of your projects, and then you already had the show, Kickin It with Sai. You already did the first season, but I think like I just saw so much potential in it. And I saw like what it can be because you have so many great ideas, and like I just could stop it. Like we about to cut all this ego stuff.
So beautiful. I'm not ego.
Honestly, I felt like you had like so many, specifically Kicking It with Ty. Like I felt like I could have produced on anybody's like project, but I feel like you had like so many great ideas, and I felt like this show had so much potential, and then I felt like I could bring so much to it. So I was like, you know what? Let me just like really, really try it out. So
well, you definitely brought a lot to it.
Yeah,
You definitely brought a lot to it. You definitely did your thing. I mean, you taking my cash. You went too fast. You done jumped into my next question. But
yeah.
See, yeah, you done jumped into my next question.
I can keep going. I can keep going.
How about
ask
actually,
the
what
question.
made you want to produce this show? Like, what gave you that thing? Like, was it an episode? Like, what episode when you see you like, this actually is a good idea. I like this idea.
It was probably Kyra's episode, but just knowing you and how you talk to people and how you just connect with people and just have like a natural conversation. Mm-hmm. Like I saw that, it's like, I could work with that. I could work with that. I love that chemistry you show on camera with people. So, I just felt like you just needed just like a little kick up, and that was not my little kick.
I appreciate that. Definitely a kick up, a lot of kick up. We went from YouTube and then we're on cable TV, and I know people scared to give their gems of how people got on TV, but she was the reason we got on TV. So we're going to ask her, how did you get the TV? How did you get the show on TV?
Okay, so Philly. There's a nonprofit program called Philly Cam. Awesome program if you guys are in Philly. It's in Center City. They have like different classes on like how to produce, how to use the camera, things like that. I've seen it all the time, but never knew what it was until Kyra Knox. Yeah. Kyra Knox went there and she took a couple classes and she was telling me about it. And I was like, let me go. And then I seen everything that they had to offer as far as like putting shows on TV, getting on the radio, things like that. Yeah. And once I learned how to maneuver in there and how to put the show on there, I was like, you know what? Maybe we could put Kickin at the side on there, because I was already probably on the maybe the first or second episode in on YouTube already with you during the second season. So I was like, you know what? Maybe we should get a bigger audience than what we have. So once I did that, that's what happened. So if you guys are looking to do that, definitely check out Philly Cam.
If you're in Philly.
If you're in Philly.
Or close to Philly, just check out Philly Cam for sure. Yep, it's definitely a good look. So shout out to Philly Cam, shout out to Kyra, because she didn't want to put the idea in her head to do the producing thing. So there you go. Mm-hmm. See, everything work out together, man. When you're in your purpose, things just is given to you at the end of the day. For sure. But now we talked about producing. We talked about acting. Now let's get into this photography thing. You do photography. Yeah, I do. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Let me see. I think that was kind of like always a side hobby that I had. Like it's funny because going back to what I said about there were moments in your life where you felt like it kind of clued you in on what the things that you're supposed to do. Because when I was younger, I always had took taking pictures, and I still have these two cameras that I my first two cameras I'd ever had, and I used to always take pictures of other people, but never of myself. Or even with my iPhone, or back then, my best friend Andromeda, I used to take pictures of food and things like that, for the gram.
Wait! I'm about to say you one of the food gram people. I don't like them gram people, man.
No,
let me take a picture of my joint. You wasn't the person. Was you the person that'd be like, if it ain't on the gram, it don't count?
No. First off, I'm you already know I'm a big foodie. I love food, but I wouldn't just take a picture of my plate snap. I would really set my food up in a way and just have it have it a certain way so I could take a cute picture. If it was on. Yeah, if it was on a menu or something like that, okay. It would really be like that. And then Andromeda would look at me like I was crazy. My best friend, she was looking at me like I was crazy, but it was if she liked the picture, oh, this is nice. But it was just something that I just really didn't think didn't really think nothing of. But I was I really think I have an eye for it. So I went and got my own camera. Well, first I tried out with your camera. I had to use your stuff first. And then I got my own camera, and then now it's just kind of took off. So,
yeah, it took off because it's not just a hobby, it's a business.
It is.
And you have your own company.
It is.
One is called
619 Photos.
619 Photos.
Yes, it's called 619 Photos.
Okay, 619 Photos is the reason, why? Because when you say 619 Photos, you okay, that sounds like an area code.
Yeah.
Or date.
area or date?
I'm saying 619. You like
Well,
okay.
okay.
So is the area code or is like a date? Like
Which
why
one is it?
619?
Okay, so 619. It's actually my son's birthday, which is on June 19th. So that's what I named it after. Um, that is the primary reason why I named it that. But also the other reason was I always knew that, you know, taking pictures of people is kind of, wait, let me stop. Queen and Slim. Queen and Slim had, there's like a line in there where it said, where she was asking the guy, like, you know, why don't you take pictures? She's like, I know what I look like. And then she says, like, pictures are not about vanity. They're proof of your existence. And like that kind of sat with me when I watched it. Because that kind of sat with me when I watched it because I feel like it's so important to capture like memorable moments and like you know, just to look back on or just, you know, reminisce on when you look at them. I feel like it's so important. And like even with my son, just I have like pictures of him. I have like a box full of like pictures of him, and that's like all I have. And like that's like kind of proof of his existence to me. And I look back at that all the time. And I think that's like so like important. And like even to have to make other people feel that way too, with like, you know, just creating you know, beautiful pictures for them, or making them feel beautiful, or things like that means so much to me. So I feel like just being a part of that, or making that, you know, making that art for them, like, is just, I don't know, it just does something for me, I guess. I don't know.
That's good, man. It's good that you're not just only doing it for your personal reasons, but you're doing it to make other people feel good, and that's definitely important when it comes to photography. It's not really about you. It's about capturing the beauty in the moment, or whatever's going on,
or the person,
or the person. That's what I'm saying. Like, so
yeah,
whatever's going on. So
yeah, whatever's going on, and like, yeah, and that's like the two things that I love. Like, I love just capturing the moment, and I love just making people feel good, because you know, a lot of people don't like taking pictures, and then once they're with me, and I like, you know, like,
they can feel comfortable. I've
you
been
make
on
me feel
set with you. I've definitely seen you.
Yeah. Yeah, I like making them feel comfortable because, you know, people are beautiful. So it's like, I just like bringing it out.
That's super dope. That's super dope. But you also just mentioned that you say you have a box full of your son pictures.
Yes.
Because, and you said that's all you have.
Mm-hmm.
You want to explain what you mean by that's all you have?
Yes. So, so I have a son named Jordan Jackson. He passed away 13 years ago when I was 18. He passed away at the age of 4. Long story short on how he passed away, when I had him at a very young age at 14, and his father wasn't in his life. I had him from like beginning of high school to the end of high school. So to the end of high school. So graduated high school. Got into college. During my time in high school, was dating someone who wasn't his father. And we were dating for quite a while, and he watched him a few times. And long story short, he ended up, you know, beating my son to death, and he passed away. The guy ended up getting sentenced to 13 to 25 years, which 13 years is now. And yeah, that's what happened. So my son died at a very young age, but it's been a long time. I've healed from then. So yeah.
Well, first of all, we want to say sorry for that. You know, rest in peace, Jordan. Definitely,
Yeah,
we definitely feel sorry for you on that. So now that happened, I know the question that everybody want to know is, how did you overcome that?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, let's go. People need to know, because there's people that's out here that lost a child or lost a loved one that they feel like life can't go on without. And when somebody as close as your own child that you gave birth to, and you lose them, like, you probably should be in that mindset, but you're out here doing amazing things instead. You know what I'm saying? So how did you overcome that? Like, what was your mindset at, like, in the process of what's going on to make you even say, you know what, I'm not gonna let this be the end of the world at the end of the day.
Right.
I choose to go on. Like,
well, so definitely losing a child isn't easy at all. I went through so much. I still go through a lot too, but I'm definitely in a better place now. I think in the beginning, I was kind of like, how you say, I was just kind of like keeping myself busy, but like I was like kind of avoiding, like how I felt. Like I was like partying a lot and things like that, like because that's how I agree. But a lot of people don't understand it because some people people thought that you're supposed to just cry all day long and things like that. But me, I was like numb and I just didn't want to feel anything, and that's just what I was. But like I think I was just kind of kind of working and just trying to keep my mind off of it. What kind of made me say to made me like choose the path that I wanted to choose was that two things. Two things. I had a friend's mom who told me a story about her sister who lost her son. And that story was that she lost her son. She lost her son from like an accident, and she kind of like took it out like on the world. Like she went on drugs and things like that. She had more kids to fill that void, and then it didn't fulfill it. And then it's just she kind of just took that kind of path of destruction, and she got herself together years down the line, but it was kind of like her kids kind of resented her or whatever. So she, I guess so to say, kind of ruined her life a little bit. But she got it back together from what I've known. And then there was one of my homies, my best homies, aunt, told me her story when she lost her daughter, and her daughter died when she got hit by a car. And then she went through like the same things I went through, just was kind of numb and like just was partying and things like that. And then she said that God spoke to her and said, get herself together, like to get out of that slump, to choose the right path. So I think when I looked at both stories from two different people who lost their kids, like what path did I want to choose? Like, do I want to, fail, or do I, then like just go down this path, or do I want to like rise above? Do I want to overcome? And I think that's what the turning point was for me. So I chose to overcome. It took a lot of healing, a lot of years of like talking, therapy, just being with friends, just being alone with myself. And then just like, just trying to fill my life with positive people, doing positive things. So yeah, so that's kind of it. But like
What?
nothing. Nothing. But yeah, that's kind of basically it. I still go through, I still have my days. Like, I still have my days, but like anyone does, because you never get over it. You never get over it, something like that. That's something that, takes time and all. But I'm at a better place in my life where I'm at peace with it, and I can talk about it, and I can, help other people with it. But yeah.
So now you was doing the acting thing, you was doing the photography thing. You're doing the photography thing with your own business, and you're thriving in it. You're producing and you're thriving in that. So now you're going to take on a new lane, which is hosting.
No, it's a little slang, but yes.
And you have your own show coming out.
Yep.
Let's talk about it. What you got for us?
All right. So by the time this show comes out, it'll probably be out by then. But as of right now, I have a show on YouTube that's gonna be called Life on Venus, unless I change it. But definitely gonna be talking about just positive news, just interviewing people that are just doing extraordinary, awesome things, just like Kickin with Ty, but just a little bit different. I'm gonna be definitely talking about highlighting creative people, just giving my life experience on, just talking about my life experience on there, fashion, beauty, just anything that just interests me on there. So yeah, I'm excited for it.
I'm excited for it too. She's an amazing host, by the way. You know what I mean? So you're going to take all your talents and you're going to pack them all in the bag and you're going to head them out to LA.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're on the LA trip now. So you went from Philly to LA.
Yep.
Hollywood.
Yep.
What's your thoughts on that? Like, how excited are you? Like,
I'm so excited. It still feels unreal. well, I don't know when. Well, this episode is going to be a little further out, but as of right now, it's going on 2 weeks being here. But I still feel like I'm on vacation, or I feel like I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. I feel like we just here. We didn't. I feel like it hasn't hit me yet that like dang, like my address is over here. But it's amazing feeling to know what what's to come. Especially like it's nerve-wracking a little bit because like we definitely left during the pandemic. So there with all this going on. With all this going on. So I feel like even though that's going on, I feel like you just period can just like, thrive above it. We could definitely get something popping.
I mean, from a famous theologian by the name of Jay-Z, Sean Carter, said, I'm not a hustler, I'm the definition of it. So we're going to thrive.
Thanks, yeah.
Because I'm not just a hustler, I'm the definition of it. Like, I put in the work and we're going to hustle, we're going to grind, we're going to get that thing going.
We already know.
Yeah. Shout out to Jay-Z for that line. That was a serious line. It resonated in my spirit.
In
my spirit, man.
You had to let that out, son.
You had to let it out, son. You feel me? Say no. But I got some questions that I want to ask you real quick.
Okay.
And you're going to, let's get this thing going real quick. You know what I mean? What motivates you to work hard?
Definitely my son for sure. That's one. I just want to just show like my son, whether he's here or not, that, mommy doing it. Like I'm doing it. I'm living my dreams. Like, oof, gosh, even to just show myself that I could do it. I like challenging myself. Like challenging myself. So just knowing that, just pushing myself, knowing that I could do it. Like I could do it, and like just putting myself in uncomfortable situations. Like I think that just what keeps me going.
Listen, we definitely appreciate you being here. We definitely appreciate you being the drive of the show, the engine that keeps the show going. Mm-hmm. So that's our sentimental moment. I appreciate you on much more of a level than that. You know what I'm saying? But do you have any shout-outs or anything you want to do?
Yeah.
Wait. Before the shout-outs, tell everybody how they can contact you on all your social media handles.
Okay, so you can follow me on my personal page, which is Venus Andaya. I'll be over here somewhere. Venus Andaya, my personal page. And then my photography page will be 6/12/19 photos.
Which will also be... somewhere around
here from on Instagram.
Okay.
And I'll put my little YouTube channel over here somewhere too, right here. But yeah.
Right there.
Boom. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Or after the credits, whatever the case may be. But anyway, any shout outs?
Okay. So I first want to shout out you for just just giving me this opportunity to be on the show as a producer and a guest today, and you have so much growth that I've seen, and I just can't wait to like see what you become.
Oh.
So I'm excited about that. Shout out to our family, God, my son, who else? I would touch somebody in my heart. I don't know, but I don't know. Just I guess shout out to everybody out there that's creative, that just just borderline not sure if they could take that leap of faith. Like I say, take it. So whoever that is.
Hey, take it, man. Words from the wise, words from an entrepreneur, words from a multi-talented female producer, actress, photographer, host, mother, and a great person in general at the end of the day. And my lady, let's not say that. So if y'all think y'all got eyes, close them.
Oh my God.
Just let y'all know that real quick. But until next time, Odie Boy out.